So today we are going to see how the SQOOP will work for import and export. So what I'm trying to say is I'll create some of the MySQL RDBMS tables with some database schema, and then I will transform the data to HDFS. Let's first connect the database. I connect it and check the databases. Yes, these are the databases available. Let's create one database. Create database. Create database called SQOOP. SQOOP test. Okay, and it's created. See, yeah. Now use the database SQOOP test. Show tables. There is no table created. Create a table. So now we created a database. So there is database schema, and that is SQOOP test, and there are no tables. So create table called country. Country with and country name UN. Show tables. So country table is created. Country name. You can insert the values whatever you want. One row inserted. I am also inserting UK, United Kingdom, GM, Germany, Sweden, so we inserted 4 records. Let's see that. SELE select star from CYUNT. Okay, so we created a database and we created a table and we inserted the data. Okay, now let's go to the OZ command. So the command which we are talking about here, so import, basically we are loading the data from MySQL data to to HDFS directory. Okay. Scoop, import, and we are connecting to MySQL database with, here this is the schema name. Our schema name is SQOOP. SQOOP test, right? So databases, SQOOP test. So changed SQOOP test, username and the MySQL username and the password, and the table is country. The table is country. So now this is the target directory, which directory you want to. So create SQOOP test and run this. Take the terminal. Yes. So basically we are performing a SQOOP import command to load the data of MySQL database. In the MySQL database, we created a schema, SQOOP text. So under that, we created a table called country. Under that, we created a table called country. So we are loading into a HDFS directory SQOOP test. Okay, let's do that. So the directory is going to create here under the root directory, the SQOOP text, whatever we mentioned. And this is the query we given. So far, we didn't see any of the SQOOP test directory in HDFS. So this is currently the SQOOP is, first, basically what the SQOOP import will do is, first he submitted SQOOP in this command, and then it will contact the MySQL database. It will contact the MySQL database to get the complete metadata information, and then once it gets that metadata information, and the SQOOP will be internally will submitted to the Hadoop cluster environment, and then this it will create the map, and there are multiple sub maps will be created, and in this case there are number of splits. Obviously there are 4 mapper splits. Then it is going to process that particular job. It means that submitting that particular jobs and will be stored into the HDFS under the directory called SQOOP test. So SQOOP test is directory is going to create it here. It is, see this import job base, beginning importing of the country here, and it's very clearly saying this transfer can be faster, use hyphen direct. It looks like you are importing from MySQL. Yes. mapper SQL manager is trying to identifying it, because it is trying to, without gathering the metadata information of the RDBMS MySQL, so it should not. And internally, if you can see that it's also creating country.java and also executing some of the SQL queries at the back end and beginning the code generation. Prepared to use MySQL streaming result set. Setting stuff, okay. Just now the job is running, and then it is just started this map percentage and reducer. Basically, it is going to generate both mapper and the reducer, but we are not performing any of the aggregation operations, so that it will be submitted only map only jobs. So maps multiple, because it's created number of splits is 4, and then 4 mappers splits will happen to store the data into the Hadoop distributed storage. Yes. So we retrieved 4 records. So total 4 records retrieved from, and then see this first it's taking 25%, and after that map is 100%, reducer 0%. So performed only map, okay, and the job is completed successfully. And then you can see that number of reads and all this stuff operations here. Let's check now. SQOOP test. Yes, I can see here SQOOP test, and let's check the data under that. See, under the SQOOP test, see here, so all the process is successful, and it's created 4 splits, 4 mappers. Part M mapper, part M mapper 0001, part M mapper 002, part M mapper 003. Let's see one by one what is the content. See, under part 00, it's so it stored the first record in the first split. Check the second split. We can also see from the UI console, SQOOP test here, and see this. There are 4 mappers created. We'll see that. Let's, and it's stored the second record in the second split. And let's move to the, see, this is the second record and stores second split. check. Third one. So in the third one, nothing is there. Check the fourth one. So fourth one, it has 2 records, Germany and the Sweden. Okay. This is how, because Hadoop will be run in parallel, so that it will decide where it has to be distributed the data. Okay. So in the fourth map split, so in this directory where we kept these 2 records. So we can see the data. See this here? Okay, cool. Now, I think for it will take automatically. Okay, what I'm going to do is I am going to create another table, country underscore info. Okay, now show tables. Oh, no. Yeah. So we created another table. It doesn't have any information. I mean, any tables here. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I am going to move the data from SQOOP test data to country info. Okay, let's see that. So open the so connect export. I'm exporting from HDFSC SQOOP test data to one of the folder. I'm storing third one. SQOOP TEST, SQOOP test. And the table is, which table we want to store it? Country underscore info. SQOOP export, and we connect it. COUNTROI. So basically we connected to UG schema. Under that we have a table CTR. This data will be, for this table we are moving of this particular one. So country underscore info. Yes, I understand the reason. So basically what is the mistake we done is, so we are given UG schema. Under that we are trying to check the country info. So there is no table. Now we can able to do that. I will try to do it from another one. Basically in this command, we connected MySQL under the schema SQOOP test. So we create a table country info. So we have the data in the Hadoop directory, part M. This data I am moving into the country info. So far we don't have any data here. Now in the SQOOP test port-m-003. We have 2 records. And let's see that. 2 records. It's currently running. And this is the job currently running one. Just started the map and radius percentages. And as we know that it's a map only. Even in the export case also, it will do the 2 steps. One is first it index the corresponding database, MySQL, and it gathered the metadata information and then submitted map only job. The job submitted by the SQOOP to the Hadoop cluster, and then it will try to bring the data from HDFS into different, because the file is split it into different multiple maps, and that will be send it to the MySQL. So it is going to split 4 splits, 75%, 100% is done. Then let's check the data now. So now the data is moved. Okay, we done successfully.